Hey everybody, I'm going to do Stephanie's name game number 3 today, which she posted in January of 2010, so it was a while ago, but it looks fun, so I decided to do it. The first question asks you to roll a dice and find out how many babies you get to name in this game, and then each time after that you roll the dice for each baby to decide if it's a boy or a girl. So, let's see. Gonna roll the dice and find out how many babies I get to have. I have 5. Wow, that's a lot. And I'm using a virtual dice, so I have 5 babies, so let's see. So now I get to roll it 5 more times to find out if each one is a boy or a girl. And even means it's a girl, and odd numbers means it's a boy. So we got 1, so I have a boy. 2, so I have a girl. 2, so another girl. Let's see, 6, so another girl. And 2, so another girl. Wow. Okay, I would be really happy if this is what I actually had for kids. Like, there's so many girl names that I love, and there's not a lot of boy names I like, but I would love to have a son, and I think it would be so cool to have a boy who gets to look out for his little sisters, although he might wish he had at least one brother, so maybe having, like, 2 boys and 3 girls would be cool, but anyway, so now I'm going to go ahead and name them. Let's see, I guess I need some time to think about it. So, okay, so for the boy, I picked Lawrence Jeremiah, because Lawrence is my very favorite boy's name right now. So, that's what my son would be named. And then for the first girl, I picked Willa Lorraine. Willa's my very favorite girl's name, and Lorraine is my grandmother's and my middle name. And so with my first girl, I think she's definitely gonna get the middle name Lorraine, just because at that point, even though in this game I have 3 more girls afterwards, I don't think I'd know that when I have the first one, so she would get my middle name. And then the next one I named Day Genevieve, and I don't really know why. I love Day as a name on its own. Like, it's not even on the top 10,000 or like whatever names, like it was not on the list as a name by itself. But I think it's really cute and pretty. So I picked Day Genevieve. And then for my third daughter, I picked Josephine Kay. And Kay is my sister and my other grandmother's middle name. And then for my last little girl, I picked Elsa Eveline. And I think that's really cute. I'm not a huge fan of alliteration, but I kind of like it. So I think it would be cute to do it for like one kid, but I wouldn't do it for all of them. The next question says, name a baby after someone famous. I might have to think about this a little bit too. I don't like naming people like after famous people. I think it's kind of cheesy. Okay, so if I had to name my baby after somebody famous, well, I thought there's a bunch of names on my list already that I could just like say are after someone famous, like Alexander could be after like Jason Alexander, who I think is hilarious. But I decided to play the game, and so I picked somebody new that I didn't have these names on my list already. So if I had to name my baby after someone famous, I would name them... I'm just kidding, but I really love Prince, so I would name them after Prince. And I looked it up to see if Prince had was his stage name or if he had a different name he was born with, and he was actually born with his first name Prince. So, I know it's kind of tacky, but I would use Prince as a middle name. So, I would name my son Bennett Prince. Or if I had to name a girl after Prince, which I kind of like this a little better, one of my favorite Prince songs is Raspberry Beret, and I think Beret would be a cute middle name for a girl. So, I would name her Serafina Beret, and that's kind of after Prince. Okay, the next question says, make a name combination, first and middle name, that has a color in it. The color can be the first or middle name. Make one for a girl and one for a boy. So for girls, it's pretty easy. There's like a ton of color names you could use. And my favorite one is Violet. So I picked Violet Severine. For boys, the only one that's really like acceptable is Gray. And I think it's so like overused now. I would never want to use that. But I don't know. I picked Tanner Rhys. I don't know if that counts, but I mean Tan is in there. Tanner. I don't really like color names on boys. I think they're more girly in general. Then the next question says, choose your favorite boy and girl name from the top UK names and pair it with a middle name. The lists are below. So the girls' choices were Olivia, Ruby, Grace, Emily, Jessica, Sophie, Chloe, Lily, Mia, and Lucy. And then the boys were Jack, Oliver, Harry, Alfie, Charlie, Thomas, Joshua, Daniel, James, and William. And out of the girls, I really like Lily and Lucy, but I don't like them as like a full name. Like they need to be short for something. So I picked Ruby. I had a great aunt named Ruby, and I put it with Liliana, Ruby Liliana. And for the boys, I hate Alfie. That's a horrible name. I don't know why I don't like it, but I picked Thomas Myer, and Thomas is one of my favorite names for boys. For number 5, the last question says, what kind of names do you like for pets? What are your pets' names? And I already kind of did a video on this, so if you watch that one, you already know. But I like human names for some pets and weird, crazy names for other pets. So it all just depends. I like names all over the board for pets. I think naming your pets is fun, and you should like totally be creative with it, and it's fun. The one thing I don't think you should ever do with pets is name them your favorite names, because it will ruin the name for, like, if it's a name you want to use for your future child. One of my best friends had a baby, and she's 1.5 years old now. She's so adorable. And she always loved the name Chloe. And then she got a hamster, and she named the hamster Chloe. And then she had her daughter last April, and they were trying to decide between the names Chloe or Emily, and they ended up picking Emily. And I like both names, and I think they're both good choices for them. But I think part of the reason she picked Emily was because she had already used Chloe for a hamster. So don't do that. Save your favorite names for your children, or you might, I don't know. Save them. Don't use them for your pets. Use your pets as an opportunity to use like creative names you could never use on a person. So my pets that I have right now, I have 6 cats, 4 at my mom's house where I live, and then at my dad's we have 2 cats. The ones at my dad's are named Rosie and Leia, and Rosie is my stepmom's cat, so I didn't name her, and my family named Leia together, like Princess Leia from Star Wars. And then at my mom's, I have a cat named Paws, and I named him when I was 7, along with his brother Rascal, who is my sister's cat. And then I have 2 cats named Chi-Chi and Cha-Cha, who I named when I was in middle school. And I have a turtle whose name is Myrtle, and I didn't name him, my friend did. And he's a boy named Myrtle. So those are all the pets that I have right now. So the most fun part of this survey I thought was the first part with the dice game. So if you do it, please post as a video response, or maybe post it as a video response to AnastasiaRuby's channel, since it was her name game. And thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.